Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Nafisa Alfiariski, you can call me Nafisa. Today I want to explain material about understanding leadership, a core concept. Leadership shapes direction, culture, and results. This short deck defines leadership, explore its components and styles, contrasts it with management, and offers practical steps to grow as a leader. Okay, what is leadership? Defining the essence. Leadership is the intentional process of guiding people toward a shared purpose. It combines vision, decision-making, and the ability to mobilize others, often without relying on formal authority. Vision, seeing a future state and communicating it clearly. Alignment, bringing people and research into agreement with the vision, and action, turning ideas into measurable progress. Okay, next key components of effective leadership. Clarity of purpose, assigned mission and priorities, emotional intelligence, self-awareness, empathy, regulation, decision quality, timely, data-informed, values aligned, communication, clear, consistent, two-way, accountability, ownership, and follow-through. Different styles of leadership, a spectrum. 1. Democratic or participative. 6. Team input, build ownership, and better decision through collaboration. And 2. Autocratic directive, top-down decision, effective in crisis or when speed and clarity are essential. And 3. Visionary, focus on long-term change and rallying people around an ambitious future. And the last, coaching, invest in growth, developing skills and autonomy over time. The role of influence in leadership. Influence turns intent into impact. Leaders leverage credibility, relationship, and context to pursue not core people to act toward common goals. And 1. Build trust. Consistency and competence create credibility. And 2. Frame ideas, connect proposal to others' value and incentives. And the last 3. Enable action, remove barriers and provide the research for follow-through. Leadership versus management. Drawing the lines. Management, plan, organize, and control process. Optimize system, reduce variance, focus on execution and stability. And leadership create vision and set direction, inspire change and foster culture, focus on people, meaning, and growth. Great organization need both managers to maintain reliable operation and leaders to follow purpose and capability. And next, characteristic of great leaders. Integrity, for action, mature, builds trust quickly. Curiosity, asks better questions and learns to continuously. And 3. Resilience, bounce back from setbacks and models composure. And the last, humility, puts the team's success above ego, seeks feedback. Challenges and opportunities in modern leadership. Hybrid work and distributed teams. need for asynchronous leadership, rapid change and uncertainty, demand adaptive decision making, diversity and inclusion, opportunity to unlock broader perspective, and ethical and social expectation. Leader must steward trust and purpose. And the opportunity, leaders who master remote influence and psychological safety gain a competitive edge. And next, the impact of leadership on organization. 1. Performance. Clear direction and accountability boost productivity and outcomes. And 2. Culture. Leaders set norms, psychological safety, learning and collaboration. And 3. Retention. Purposeful leadership reduce turnover and attract talents. And the last, innovation. Curiosity and improvement create space for new ideas to surface. Strong leadership multiplies organizational capability. Weak leadership creates friction, ambiguity, and lost opportunity. Becoming a better leader, practical step. Start with self-assess strengths, biases, and emotional habits. Commit to target growth. And 2. Practice clarity. Craft conscious vision statement, priorities, and success measure. Develop orders. Regulate meaningfully. Coach regularly. And create pathways for growth. And the last, experiment and learn. Run small bets, measure outcomes, iterate quickly, normalize learning. Okay, thank you for the watching. See you.
Menurut aku, leadership at the end of the day is the power to influence, and also the ability to turn that influence into actions. Jadi tentunya siapapun kita di keseharian kita itu sangat-sangat berguna karena kita kan makhluk sosial, whether it's in our family, it's in our households, whether it's in a big organization or a small organization, skill itu sangat-sangat diperlukan.
To be a great leader, you need to start by leading yourself. Jadi kita harus lebih dulu belajar memimpin diri sendiri sebelum memimpin orang lain. Kita ambil contoh dari kisah Kaisar Romawi dan filosof Stoa, Marcus Aurelius. Ini lebih banyak menghabiskan waktunya untuk mempelajari dan menguasai self-leadership dibanding membimbing orang lain. Setidaknya ada 4 cara yang bisa kita lakukan untuk meningkatkan self-leadership. Yang pertama, clarify purpose. Tentukan tujuan yang ingin dicapai secara jelas. Tanyakan ke dirimu, apa yang ingin kamu capai. Kedua, mempraktekkan self-awareness. Belajar memahami diri, mengidentifikasi apa yang kita pikirkan, rasakan, dan lakukan. Dengan begitu, kita akan bisa menentukan values yang dipegang dan paham kekuatan serta kekurangan yang dimiliki. Ketiga, belajar menerima tanggung jawab. Paham apa yang kita kerjakan dan siap menanggung segala resikonya. Yang keempat adalah evaluasi diri. Lakukan refleksi diri secara berkala untuk menjalani.
Kebanyakan orang pengen jadi pemimpin, tapi mentalnya masih pengikut. Di satu lingkungan kecil, ada satu orang yang beda sendiri. Dia nggak paling galak, nggak paling pinter, nggak paling vokal. Tapi orang-orang ikut gerak karena dia duluan yang jalan. Pas yang lain nyuruh, dia contohin. Pas yang lain ngomel, dia benerin. Pas yang lain cari aman, dia ambil risiko. Bukan karena sok jago, tapi karena dia ngerti satu hal penting. Pemimpin sejati itu nggak ngatur orang, tapi ngubah arah hidup orang. Dia nggak bangun pengaruh dari jabatan, tapi dari karakter. Nggak bangun respect dari omongan, tapi dari konsistensi. Nggak bangun perubahan dari teori, tapi dari tindakan kecil yang diulang tiap hari. Karena realitanya nyelekit. Pemimpin besar nggak lahir dari ego besar, tapi dari tanggung jawab besar. Lo mau dihormati, berhenti nyuruh, mulai jadi contoh. Kalau lo mau ngerti cara kerja mental pemimpin sejati, buku How Leader Act. Buku yang ngebedah cara berpikir, bersikap, dan bertindak seorang leader yang beneran bawa perubahan. Bukan teori kosong, tapi pola nyata pemimpin berkelas. Safe kalau ngerasa kena. Serke Circle lo, tulis di komentar. Siap jadi leader. Karena dunia nggak butuh banyak bos. Dunia butuh pemimpin yang berani bawa perubahan.